Well, the Camosun Chargers volleyball teams played their final home games of the season yesterday at the Pacific Institute for Sport Excellence, hosting the University of the Fraser Valley Cascades. The Chargers women took the first two sets before dropping 3 straight to UFV. Now, despite the loss, the ladies will see the playoffs, as will Charles Parkinson's men's squad. They pounded the Cascades in 3 straight sets to punch their ticket to the postseason. An all-island matchup to close out the regular season. They face the VIU Mariners in Nanaimo next weekend.
It's about peaking at the right moment. I mean, you spend 100 training sessions and 300 hours getting to your best game when you're in the final. That's what planning and periodization is all about. We've gone through the whole season. We're tracking to be better, but we need to perform at our best once we make those playoffs. So there's 3 steps for us. Get into the playoffs, win the provincial championships, and then battle for the national title.
All right, time for sports. Barbara's here with that in mind.
Taking you to the pebbled ice, Hudson, and I was Van Osch rink. Certainly did the Vancouver Island curling community proud over the weekend. The ladies came up just short of playing for the junior national title, losing to the eventual champions from Alberta in the semis 8-7. It was the last hurrah for the Van Osch sisters. Skip Kessa will graduate to the ladies' ranks next season, breaking up the foursome temporarily. All 3 sisters curled well at nationals and were named as All-Stars.
Cotter just hit and stick for his one.
One is Jim Cotter, the favorite to repeat as the men's provincial curling champion. Cotter faced Brent Pierce of the Royal City Curling Club in yesterday's final at the PARKSVILLE Curling Club. Well, for the winner, a trip to Saskatoon to represent BC at the Brier in March. A pretty low-scoring game in the early goings. In the third, Cotter plays the hit and stick to tie the game at 1. It's a real chess match between the 2 skips. Cotter lying shot rock in the 6th end, looking to count 2. And with perfect weight, he plays the perfect draw, grabs his deuce and the 4-2 lead. But this isn't Pierce's first trip to the provincial final. And if he wasn't going to BC or to be BC's rep in Saskatoon, well, he wasn't going down without a fight. Pierce stole 1 in the 8th and trailed by 1 with hammer in the 10th end. Big weight as he chooses to play the run back. Seems like a good idea. Doesn't want to go to extra ends, but he's not going to Saskatoon. Cotter steals 1 and defends his BC crown 7-5. The final, the Brier, starts on March 3rd. Well, do you remember where you were 2 years ago today? February 13th, 2010 was the first of 16 days of competition at the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Games. 2-time Olympic medalist Simon Whitfield says 2010 has been a motivator for summer athletes headed to London this summer.
Certainly there's a pride, and I think the Winter Olympians certainly set the bar so high. I know with Devin Kershaw's results, that sets the bar for me in terms of the commitment and passion it takes to compete, and then I think Canadians can relate to that. I think it's we'll see in London a lot of enthusiasm for Canadian athletes.
Simon is staring down a 3rd straight podium at the London Games. He followed up his gold in Sydney with a silver in Beijing in 2008. After 16 years of competing, this is likely Whitfield's last trip to the Olympics. He's currently ranked 28th in the world, but there's still plenty of kick in those 36-year-old legs.
Boy, are there ever.
You know, I could never count him out, that's for sure. So he's like fine wine.
Be fun this summer. All right, Mike, thank you.
You're welcome.